Hey everybody, hope we're having a wonderful day. Sorry, I gotta move my microphone here so that it's actually picking up what I'm saying. I'm still figuring out the music situation, by the way. So my apologies there. That said, there are a few things that I'm working on today, and I hope you enjoy what I'm doing. It's mostly creative stuff, mostly. Um, I do have to do uh, bop, 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 bop. Um, oh, that needs to go in the background. Um, Excuse me, but I do have to do a couple of things. Um, we're gonna go to print. I think it's 8.5 by 11. The mag is using. I'm not entirely certain, but I do have stuff I got to do here. Where is there? It is. Okay, so copy that image. Oof, that is quite large, actually. Oop. Oh, come on. Scroll up. Scroll up. So there's a couple of touch-up items I have to do on this, but mostly. So I'm starting with this today. This is going to be part of an ad for the White Shark magazine, and what I'm doing is first, where's the rasterized layer? Convert to, okay, and then rasterized layer. Okay, cool. So what I need to be doing here is smoothing out some of this stuff. This is what we call touch-up work in the business. I used to do a lot of photography stuff, and so this is all kind of second nature to me. I need to I don't know, 40% sounds good. So what I'm doing here is I'm just creating a blend for some of the stuff that's not quite right on the helmet, and just kind of trying to like merge seams where it doesn't look great, or where the shadows are like too intense in the area. So it's really more about just kind of controlling how many imperfections, because you're going to see a lot of imperfections, and the idea isn't to get rid of them all. The idea is to just kind of make small adjustments here and there. to make sure that, you know, whatever tiny issues there are, they're as downplayed as possible. And again, it's not about the perfect thing, it's just about the best thing. Well, maybe not the best, but certainly certainly making it look good. So this is roughly 100%. But what we want to do here is we want to add a little bit of bordering here. And then we want to do a little bit of just a little bit of dark cross hatching, because this is going to get knocked way down when I blur it all. The idea is just to create little rough spots. And then I'll go back over this in a little bit here with a finer pen. All right. Let me go ahead and ooh, that was wrong. That was wrong. Okay. All right. All right. Now we just sketch. Making little tiny little cuts in the texture to kind of fix some of the texture that got blurred. And this is done so that, like I said, we're not aiming to make it perfect, we're just aiming to touch it up. Actually, I think I can eliminate like half the work by just going through and doing texture everywhere. There we go. That's what we want to see. Some gentle cross hatching. And again, this is just so that it touches up. And then what we'll do is we'll sponge this a little bit. Sponging will kind of help create a little bit more of a difference in the color palette underneath. And then it will it'll let us blur a little bit more without without making it look like a mess. It'll look dirty, it'll look worn, it'll look a little more uneven. Like whatever's here is like caked in. And I am going to be doing some what's it called? Some outlining to the spots that I smudged, because I want them to look very, very much distinct from the rest of the artifact. I guess artifact is the word I'm using, but me and my buddy Monkey designed this helmet for you know, for the homies. So what I want to do here is I want to just kind of come in here like so. And again, just kind of scratching like little tiny like dirt spots. If I go too far, I can just start over. It's like I always say, you can't really mess up art. One, because art is very subjective, and two, because if you're not happy with it, you can always go back over it. And going back over it is kind of half the fun, because you notice, like, when you do a thing, right? You'll notice that, oh, you know, I didn't really like the way this came out. Or maybe I could try something different. And in doing, you kind of just figure things out. You kind of just learn from that process. And it's primarily because the process you took to get there, you kind of see where, like, you could have done something better, and then you have the idea that, you know, maybe that it might look better done a different way. And so you kind of try and do what you thought you could set out to do. And then you keep doing it until you get better and better at it. And when I say better, like, I don't mean like in the sense like it looks good to like everyone who's ever seen it. I mean better in the sense that, because again, art is a very subjective thing, and anything creative is going to be scrutinized differently from one work to the next, and from like a different audience from the next. Like a movie produced for like the lowest common denominator is always going to be a movie not meant for the critics, right? If you're looking for critical acclaim, that's not a movie that you're making. You're making something for the critics, for the people um, who you know want a good movie, and want specific, like, want a thing done a specific way, and they're looking for those specific cues. That's not to say you can't have a movie for, like, the lowest common denominator also be for the critics, because some do exist, right? You can have your cake and eat it too in some instances. It's just kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to walk that rope. It's kind of hard to do just like entertain as many people as possible for as little money as possible, and do it so they keep coming, to your features. Feature being a term for feature-length movie. But yeah, that's kind of the thought process. So don't be afraid to mess up, because even if you get better at it and someone doesn't like it, that's fine. You're not doing it for them, unless you are doing it for them. You're doing it more for you, because maybe you have a sort of creative muscle you want to flex, right? I don't think I'm the best at sketching and drawing and painting and stuff, but I have fun with it, and because I have fun with it, I want to share. That with as many people that are receptive to it and to me as an individual. And me as an individual is entirely different than me as an artist. But you're not always going to be able to separate the art from the artist, I guess. But yeah, you can't mess up something. You can only ever improve it when you're talking creative. Yeah. I will bang that drum forever, for all eternity. So right now I'm just kind of going in and sketching in like a little bit more difference, so that it it does kind of appear a little like worn or damaged or something. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and cross-hatch the crud out of this. Cross-hatching is what you call when you draw several lines overlapping each other in order to create the illusion of depth. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here, is I'm kind of trying to create some sort of depth. Which is why I'm just kind of like adding like little micro lines here and there to the pen work here. Because I want this to look kind of cracked and kind of beat up a little bit, which is why I painted it the way I did. Actually, let me go ahead and get into the reds here. Control Control, new layer. I should have been doing a new layer this whole time, but what I'm gonna do here, there it is. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of roughing out this lens here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to make it look uniform while also being a flat object. So what I'll do is I'm just going to paint in here a little bit. And then this is just to add some vibrancy to this because it was lost when I took the picture. And it's like half a touch-up work. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of feather that a bit. And then in you go. Alright. And the idea is just to create two stark colors because I'm going to blend them together. And then I'm going to add a darker color that's going to again get blended along the seam here. There, and then we'll do one here because that's where the thing goes. Alright, so that gets blended, that gets blended, that gets blended, and that gets blended. And now what I'll do is I'll just kind of smudge around here. And then I need to create just a little bit of white over here, methinks. Alright. And this is just to kind of create something of a glare effect. Doesn't have to be big. It just kind of has to sell, again, the illusion of depth. And then what I'm going to do here is we're going to go into a much darker red. And then we'll do one of these. Oh, no, that's basically the same color. It's not going to read as a different color is what I'm saying. So we're going to go here. And then I'll do a little of this. Why is my stream borked? It says we're healthy. Am I not actually live? Oh, It says I'm offline. Why am I offline? Stream. Oh, there it is. Well, what the heck? I have been streaming this whole time, right? Yeah, 20 minutes. Okay. Well, this is dumb. Okay. That's fine. It's whatever, I guess. Man, I am so rusty when it comes to touch-up. There should be a lighter transition here, I think. Let's go ahead and do that, I think. Oh, crud, right. I need to add, not blur. So that's gonna go here. That's gonna follow that. That'll follow this. That'll come down like that. And that's only because I'm presuming light would catch in this area. Being a recessed lens. And then we'll just kind of blur that in. And this is going to be probably the bulk of the time I spend on this, because it's going to be a lot of blending, a lot of this, a lot of that. The idea is just cell depth. That's all we want to do, is cell depth. Depth, 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 depth. All right. Let me go ahead and just brush this in a little bit more here. This is going to need some white in here. And then we'll need to go here because the high point is right there. do just a little bit of hatching here. Just a little bit, just enough to kind of like have something that feathers in. And then I'm going to have to add a little bit of red here. Just to kind of stack what we're doing. And now, a little bit of line work here, a little bit of line work there, some hatching here, and now, it doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look great either. I am so out of practice. Well, that's fine, because we'll figure it out. Alright. I'm going to do one more pass. Actually, no, I kind of like the way that looks. I will do another pass of black, but it's going to be basically just kind of like a Y shape here. And if you notice, I didn't connect these lines because I don't want it to be a hard transition. I want it to be more not hard transition. I didn't want it to be a line. I wanted it to be a transition between, like, here's some shadow, here's some not shadow. And basically the idea is to just create a nice hard line here, one here, and then one here, and again just to kind of give it a spot where the light doesn't quite reach it. But we're getting really close to the final shape. It's going to take a little bit more. And now it still looks kind of cartoonish though. You know what? I'm just gonna start over and maybe bring this up and then free transform. Come on. Thank you. And then what I'll do with this is I'll bring the opacity down just to kind of make it fit. Like slamming a round peg into a square hole. And then I'll take my eraser tool. Erasers are awesome. We want about 5 or 6 pixels, please. Okay, 6. I'll take it. And then all I want to do is kind of one of these. All right. Be able to get on to, oh yeah, let's do a little bit of that, a little bit of scratching. And then do a little bit of this. Now let's go ahead and, okay, that's what I was missing. That's what I was missing. See, you can always patch something here. Actually, what I think I'll do, I got a better idea. I have a much better idea. I'm gonna go ahead and toss that in that layer, create a new layer. Boom, bingo, bango, bongo, boingo. Now, oops, I want to outline this. And then that goes this way. Yeah. And now, oh, basically erased it. Dang. All right, let me make this a bit bigger then. 10 pixels sounds good. And now I can blend it, because enough of the black will be left over. And now we go here. Come on, dude. Oh, you jerk. Why? Seriously, why? Why you be so uppity? Huh? 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 Why you be so uppity? Alright, and then I'll make a layer via copy. Image, adjustment, brightness. We'll bring the brightness up. We'll bring the contrast up too. I should have been doing this the whole time. You live and learn. And now this I want to patch out with that. And then what I can do is bring this in. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. And then just kind of blur the edge a little bit, make it look like it's giving off light. Yeah, I'll keep the line here. Really? Really? You up and died on me even though you're plugged in. Okay, well now I can't see chat. Okay. Yeah, fine. Fine, be that way. Be that way. And then let me go ahead and mute tab. Sweet. All right, now I can look over every little bit. Guess I can close this window out. Okay. Ooh, I do not like that. Alright, let me go ahead and fill that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to delete, and then I don't know, you? No, not you. I'll do, let's see, free transform. There's a bunch of touch-up work that needs to get done here. My goodness. No. Did I? Okay, let me go ahead and do one of these. Pow. Right in the zinger. Ah, crud muffins. Okay. Oops. Let's go ahead and free transform. Okay, that looks good. Now I need to carefully excise the rest of the helmet. This is going to go across to here, like so. And boom, 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 boom. Done. And oops. Gone. And then I need to add a kind of motion blur effect. Oh, too much, sir. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to go to 5 pixels, I think. 4 pixels, or 6 pixels. 6 pixels looks good. It looks good. And then we'll do the same here. We'll merge this down, and that'll go here. And now I'll add another layer. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be our copy box. Quite a bit of copy, but you know what? It's fine. And then what I'll do is we're gonna motion blur this too, but we're gonna do it a little bit more aggressively. Blur, motion blur. And bring it down here. And now, you know, I'm not a fan of this. Free transform. I'll do that, I think. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. And then I'll do drop shadow, maybe. We'll distance it. We'll spread it, make it a little bit bigger, a little bit more distance, a little more opaque, a little more opaque here. And that way it ties in with the rest of the page here. All right, next step is to add copy. Let's do and then we'll do 48 point. Oh, hang on. I got a better idea here. For this, I'm gonna need translate. Translate.google.com. I want to translate it from English to Latin. Latin. H-I-J-K. After K. L. Latin. We get a little L-I-T-T-L-E, silly. So, Paulum stimuli femus is Latin for we get a little silly. And that's kind of the idea here. We get a little silly. All right. And then we want, I don't know, 24 font. Let's see. Get your, let's see, rep your Shark Legion Pride. Alright, I want it centered. Rep your Shark Legion Pride. Available So what I want to do is I want to raise these up just a tad. Just a tad. Actually, what I think I want to do here is, yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. I need to bring this up. Interesting how that is affecting the the dealy bopper. And then we'll do that. Oh yeah. That looks awesome. All right. Nope. Delete that. And then, so you got to go based on what looks about right. And then what I'll do is, let's see, render, pixelate. No, I want to add dust and could not be completed because the selected area is empty. Right, yeah, because we want to add it to this filter. Noise, dust and scratches. We'll go all the way down. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Let me try, let's see, add noise. Will that work? Kind of, but not. Okay, let's just keep doing the add noise bit. I'm adding noise because I want texture on this here. And then what I want to do is I want to do a drop on that. We're going to bring the size and spread way in. And then I want to add a contour to it. I think that looks good. All right, can I export this as a PDF? Export as. No, it's got to be picture format. Okay. Export as PNG, I guess. Actually, can I export it as, let's see, generate image assets? Sure. Why not? I got no clue. I got no clue. Generate image assets. Automate batch PDF presentation. No, I don't think that's it. Add open files. Presentation. Save. Untitled PDF. Shark. Helm. And let's put it on my flash drive. So here, Shark Helm PDF. Save as PDF. Cool. Let's see if it worked. Paulum stimuli femus. Okay. All right. I gotta check to see if the PDF was. There it is. Shark Helm PDF. I don't know, dude. Just open the PDF file. Okay. All right. I gotta send this over to Sharky and to the magazine submission. Let's see. Magazine chat. Magazine chat. There it is. Is done. The ad for the SharkNet magazine is done. Here is the PDF. Shark at Patty at Doge. Oh, and forgot to tag Monkey. Monkey. All right. Boom. Done, done, and done. I gotta leave a message there. I think I left room for the QR codes at the bottom of the page. All right. I should probably let them know. But it is PDF, so I think it should be editable. All right, cool beans. Now I need to go to. This is the part that's gonna really bug the crud out of me. So first I need to go to drive.google.com. And this is something that, oh, nope, I don't want a new folder. New blank document. No, I didn't want a new blank document. I want a new template. New doc from a template. Jiminy Christmas. I have no idea what template to use. Let me ask Jeeves here. What template to use in Google Docs to make game rule book with pictures? And all right. All right. All right. Let me go with product brochure. That should work. All right, I'm going to take a quick potty break. I will be right back. All right. And seeing how I haven't eaten yet, I got food. So I'll be munching while I work. Munching while I work. Do 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 do. All right. And boom. Done. So this can I change the image? Let's see. Replace image. Yep. Upload from computer. Okay, cool. I can. All right. All right. All right. Now I can go into I need to download the Picketeers, Picketeers, Picketeers. Do do do. Alright. So, save image as USB drive, weapons and mass dysfunction, new folder, game pictures. Let's see, new folder for battle reports, and this was last Tuesday, the 13th. Tuesday the 13th. So, new folder, July 13, 2026. So that would be 0713222026. And now what I want to do is one, save image. 2, this is going to be a little while here. Save 3. Save images 4. Save image as 5. Save image as 6. And 7. Ah, crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Save image as 8. Save image as 9. Save image as 10. Save image as 11. Save image as 12. Save image as 13. Save image as 14. I'm pretty sure I already got that. Did I seriously just come all the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, okay, cool. I got all the things. I got all the things. I got all the images I need. Delete message. Nobody needs to see me say lol. I can just use the thing. Yes. Save it on here. Open. Oop. Save. And I'll just save it to the root of the flash drive. He just called me a silly fuck. Oh, monkey, you jerk. I love you, buddy. I also need a data card. So, where is data card? It's at website. But it's also on my hard drive. So, let me go grab them quick from my hard drive quick. Quick. There's a lot of setup involved here for some reason. let's see. Is it in? No. No, it's not there. Not there. There it is. Minis. Preview. No, that's not it. Where did I put it? Data cards. Let's go ahead and grab you. And for this, nope. No! Quit it. Plop it right here. Let's go ahead and delete this image. Crud. I messed it up. Replace image, upload from computer. At least I know where it is. So, no, it's not in this PC. What am I doing? I know exactly what folder it's in. I have it marked as like a quick thing. Why am I going through everything that it doesn't need to be gone through? Why? 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 Ooh. Reset image. There it is. Boo shagalaka. Dude, I'm really like craving playing NBA Jam. And I have no idea why. So here I'm going to copy all of this. Copy. And paste, and paste, and paste, and paste. Because I don't know how much of this is going to be subject to change later. What I do know is I need a reliable document thingamabobber, doohickey thingy, to make this rulebook happen. And I'm not that great at it. Sorry, I'm chewing on another hamburger. Give me a minute. Alright. Now, what I need to do Alright, so I can easily switch things up. Alright, so all of this can get erased. Alright. This little thing here, it needs to not exist. I don't know how to get rid of this little corner dealy. But I do want to justify this center. Oh, here it is. Bye. Bye. Alright, so version 0.4.1, and this is just going to be a micro implement because I still need more training stuff, but it should be relatively easy to, there's the PDF. Alright. I think I'm going to rewrite that entire introduction. Excuse me. I'm going to rewrite the entire introduction because, yeah, I'm not happy with it. Let's see. Introduction? No, dude. Introduction. Why am I so useless? (1.0) Introduction. Year is 2135. After a global exchange of nuclear arms, the Earth was irradiated to the point of humanity was irradiated to the point of near extinction for those lucky enough to escape. To the Australian continent, the Moon, or Mars. Life was life continued mostly unchanged for those that stayed behind in the exclusion zones. Things weren't quite quite the same. Let's see. Not years, the last 60 years have been a roller coaster of, let's see, the last 60 years have been a roller coaster of advancement and halting as the masses huddled in the dust bowl of the outback have started to filter homeward. Repatriation. There we are. Repatriation has led to the discovery of led to the rediscovery of proxy combat chassis and the innovation of arena spectacle to fund redevelopment. Now pilots and operators alike share the spoils of war. Share the spoils of war by tearing down the aging and dilapidated cities that can be used for salvage. I think this is going to need a quick pass, though. I'm not sure it sounds good. Criminy. No, stop. Send. There we go. I'll ask ChatGPT what it thinks. Let's see, the last 60 years have been a roller coaster of progress and setbacks as the descendants of those who sheltered in the Australian outback have slowly begun to reclaim the world they lost. Repatriation has led to the rediscovery of dormant proxy combat chassis and the rise of arena spectacle, a brutal televised industry that funds reconstruction through destruction. Now pilots and operators alike earn their fortunes by reducing the crumbling cities of the old world to rubble, reclaiming every scrap of steel, circuitry, and history buried beneath the dust. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Thank you, ChatGPT. Now we can get into the nitty-gritty of the rules. Alright, so for section 2, what you need to play. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. This is not right. This is not right. What size font is that? That's 11. So let's make that 12. Let's make that 22. Perfect. So this will be 22. And then this will be 12. I like round numbers. stealth. Stealth, Panther, and Goliath class. Power and armor trackers. Hang on. Let me do this. Let me make that bold. And then let's see. What is that? That's normal text. That's a heading text. Why is that heading text? No, we want this to be normal text. Jiminy Christmas. Let's see. Panther class. Or in Goliath class. Go ahead and delete the page footer. I don't need a page footer. At least not now. It's just going to eat into the space I have for the rest of the thing. So, what you need to play. How do I get rid of the footer? I want to get rid of the footer. Let's see. Where do I get rid of the footing from? Tools. Format. Let's see. Headers and footers. Remove footer. And then format. Headers and footers. Cancel. Okay. Okay. At least 4 6-sided. At least 1 6-sided die. Optional miniatures, frames, and tanks. Shared setup. 2 repair tokens. Terrain pieces. And terrain pieces, including small structures, large structures, roadblocks, measuring tool, and then here we're going to make a change. We're going to 2 by 2 foot, 3 by 3 foot, and 5 by 5 foot. And this is, so a buddy of mine, he's Catholic Ray Dude on X. You can find him Venher, VANHEER, I think, on X, and he's been helping me playtest. We have another playtest session this week, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I gotta text him later on tonight and see what's going on, and yeah. Well, so our first change is the play surface size. He recommended a 5x5 for like larger games. 3 proxy miniatures, 3 to 6 proxy miniatures chosen from stealth, Panther and Goliath class, power armor tracker notes. chosen from either a Stealth Panther and Goliath class. Let's see. Team composition. Team composition. Depends. I'm not gonna front load that. I'll just add it into the overall dealy madad doohickey thing later. Let's see. Flat play surface. Okay. So next I've got to do setup. And then setup, I'm just gonna pretty much just copy blah 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 blah, and then paste, install. Fine, got it. Alright, setup. This is gonna be a 22 and bold. Heading 1. Crud. Not bold. Heading 1. I didn't want to apply it to everything. This is so dumb. This is dumb. Stop being dumb. And normal text. Thank you. I do want to put in some sort of heading, apply heading. Thank you. Before deployment, each player builds a legal team. A team is constructed from 3 proxy slots. From 3 or 6 proxy slots. For smaller, 2 by 2 foot and 3 by 3 by 3 foot. For smaller, 2 by 2 foot and 3 by 3 foot table spaces, 3 proxies is sufficient, is appropriate, and for 5 by 5 foot games, tables, 6 proxies is best. All right. And then I need this to be a heading 2. Well, mother bismuth. I just wanted this part format. Come on. Black. Alright. Before deployment, each player builds a legal team. A team is constructed from 3 or 6 proxy slots. I need to clean this up a little bit better. Crud. Okay. I need to clean this up a little bit better, and I don't have time to do it right now. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. I have a rating with why you should host and rate on Kick. How do I rate streams on Kick? Okay. Type / host name. Okay. So let's I need to let's see, kick.com. Let's see, /host I want to see if there's someone doing game development. Here. Open link in new tab. I want to see. Let's see. There's me. Let's go. Let's see. Reviving abandoned MMORPG. That sounds interesting. Developing KN Tower. I don't know what that is. Let's take a look at Neris EXE /host Neris, I think NERES. Neris. Oh, NERIS. Oops. EXE. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go raid over to Neris EXE. I hope to see you guys again very, very soon. Until next time, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for /host. Oh, is it /raid? Okay. Raid Neris EXE. Did that not go through? I don't think that went through. /raid. Okay. So that didn't work. Let's try. Okay, that didn't work. Nope. Okay, so that didn't work at all. Yeah, I got to figure out how the streaming thing works on Kick. But thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I will see you all again very, very soon. I'll be live again next Monday, 11 a.m. Central Time. That'll be noon Eastern Time, and what would it be? 9 a.m. Pacific, I think. And then Texas time will be 8 a.m. So, or not 8 a.m. Be an hour behind, so 10. Yeah, 10. 10 Mountain Time. So, I will see you all again very, very soon. Thank you for hanging out with me. please reach out to someone who you haven't talked to in a while. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and I'll see you next Monday. Goodbye now.